So I started my journey with service learning my first semester at Duke. I took 2 courses, and what really attracted me to those courses was the ability to connect what I was learning in the classroom, in the textbooks, in the reading, to the real world, and able to actually put it towards service and really connect with a community and partner with a community. And so I really do feel like throughout my Duke experience, that has been what's really propelled me through, is having those first 2 service learning courses and then taking, I believe, 3 others. So I've taken a total of 5 throughout my Duke career. And it's provided me with this framework for thinking about service and partnership in the community, to think critically about reflecting on how you're working with the community and how you show up in a community, and at Duke, in the Duke community. And then also what it means to really be civically engaged, not only on a local scale, but on a global scale. I really feel like my service learning experiences have transferred to also my international experiences of service and research and even internship work. And there's this reciprocity that you experience in service, and service learning has really taught me about that and provided me with the means to be able to understand that and to reflect on that. And also it has broadened my scope of what service is and how it can connect to your field of study. So for instance, one of the classes I took, it was completely different from what I thought it was going to be when it said service. It wasn't the tutoring and volunteering, it was the activism. So I was able to partner with organization in the community and be an activist for the cause they were working towards, and that was that service component. So very different from what we usually think of with volunteering and being in the community and doing service. So I am pre-med. I plan to go to med school in a couple of years, but right after graduation I will actually be working in Guatemala doing community health work. So once again, partnering with communities and having the opportunity to serve them in the medical field is something that my service learning experiences will really help me with, because I'm thinking through the partnerships, thinking about how I show up in that community as not only an outsider from the US, but also a younger person that's going to be serving them in the medical field and with community health. So I really have to do a lot of reflection and really think about what it means to serve and not yet be a professional. So balancing those 2 things, I think my service learning experience will help with that. And then further along, once I go through medical school and become a physician, that is still what is considered a service profession. So I'm going to be working with many different people, many different communities, and really learning about how I interact with them and partner with them through the medical profession. So I think that, once again, these key things that service learning really gives you is reflection, knowing that it's a reciprocal relationship when you're working with communities as a partnership, will continue to help me in medicine. I'm not going into teaching, I'm not going into public policy, but it still will be very useful in the medical profession and what I plan to do.